Oh yeah. Amazing game. It's been a long time since I've been hyped for a game such as this and enjoyed playing it all the way through. Well, let me turn this fucking fan off. And this game has definitely delivered. And I mean, I was told that the release of this game didn't really do so good. And will this just take me? Oh, okay, credits. It didn't really do so good, but I blame Microsoft. Let's do this so you're not hearing any feedback, because that's one of the gripes about this game. It won't let you tab the fuck out. And in order to do it, you need to be in Windows borderless mode, but it might fill the OBS screen, but it doesn't fill the screen for my TV. So, again, amazing game. I didn't really do all the things because obviously I was streaming, and it would have just been boring me doing all the tedious stuff. I usually do things like that off stream when I replay the game. And obviously there's a lot of secrets in the maps, a lot of challenges. The guns felt interesting. I like the new variants. There's one variant of a gun I didn't get, which I think is the chain gun. I probably missed that too. That was probably a secret weapon. A lot of games have secret weapons such as that. I probably just missed it. And I like the combat. I feel like this game is what Doom Eternal should have been. Because I'm not going to lie, Doom Eternal was fine, but a bit of a letdown because it just felt like, you felt like it could have just been better and they could have evolved the combat, but they didn't. And that's kind of why Doom Eternal sort of fell flat to me. But this game absolutely met my height, met my expectations. Especially piloting the dragon thing in the Atlan. Like, those were the coolest moments. Even though, I mean, you only did it for a couple times, but I felt like there was just such grit and such, heavy metal combat throughout. Again, when you go from Doomslayer to Atlan to the goddamn dragon thing. So, I guess the problems I had with this game, one, there's a lot of stutter at the beginning, but then I would die and come back and I wouldn't have to deal with it. A lot of odd texture load-ins and load-out. I also feel like there's a lot of clunk, like you get stuck on a pebble in the fucking ground and you just can't walk over it, like some rogue pixel reaches up and grabs you and then you die. There's also a lot of times where it would input attacks that I didn't want to do. I didn't even press the melee attack and it would just go out anyway. Maybe there's a bit of an input issue if you kind of push two at the same time. ID mom. Interesting. And it would sort of load that input in. And that would also be kind of annoying. I did not really like the pseudo open world areas. They're fine, the first time and the second time, but so many AAA games have trained me into just not liking open world whatsoever. And again, I blame Assassin's Creed games for that. Because I felt like I should have been like, oh, okay, this is cool. But every time The first time I didn't mind, but the second time I was like, oh god, is this again? I find myself just missing a lot of things because I just get tired, and obviously there's upgrades I missed for my health. I think I have them all for my shield or my armor. Um, any other gripes? I mean, it's Microsoft. No one has faith in Microsoft. That's probably why the initial, you know, viewing and playing of the game wasn't so big. Oh yeah, there's a lot of like scripted things that just felt weird. Like whenever you would lock on to like a turret in your dragon mode, it would like snap you to a position. And again, I just don't feel like you know, you need to have that snap into position. You know, you didn't need to have any of that. You know, you could just have it flow fluidly instead of just, you know, oh, you input this while targeting on this, and it just does the input. I mean, the story is fine. I mean, a friend of mine really likes the story, and he actually goes out of his way to look at it for it. I don't. I mean, I like the aesthetic of Doom. It's like it has kind of like half sci-fi, half, you know, fantasy medieval. It's a cool aesthetic that, you know, really drives Doom home. Didn't much really care for any of the characters. Yeah, they have King Novak. He's just sort of there. He doesn't really do anything, but you know, no one like all people want is for Doomslayer. No one cares for side chick. No one cares for the Novak. I mean, the boss fights are fine. I like the boss fight with the demon guy and the turncoat, and even at the end, like I didn't feel like, and I think the divine sword was just my favorite, and the chin and the flail. I wish the other, like, and again, I didn't really upgrade like the rune, any other rune, or like any other melee further to see if they're better than the others. And there's probably runes better, but I don't know. I think the swords are amazing. Like once you upgrade that all the way, you can just absolutely obliterate big boys. I mean, I like the plasma gun, the goddamn shotgun, both variants, and both variants of the plasma gun. Both variants of the Lancer. I mean, the chain shot's fine. Pulverizer and its variant's fine. The missile launcher and its variant's okay. But, you know, I'm the type of guy that will pick and choose which guns I like and just boof the fuck out of them. Maybe if I got all the collectibles, there's enough to upgrade all of them. But again, I was streaming. You know, I wouldn't like just looking through every nook and cranny. It's probably not the best to look at. And yeah, I mean, anything else? No? Like, again, it's been a while since I've actually been hyped for a game. Had that hype. It didn't exactly surpass it, but the minute I seen them show and have the chain, like the chainsaw shield, I was like, ah, this is cool. Like, it met my hype, and not many games do that nowadays. Someone told me they got rid of sim kills, but I'd be landing them. You have to do like a sprinting jump to land them. Like, you don't do chain kills like continuously like in Eternals. But yeah, you can do them. I like the variants of weapons, enemies. The variants of weapons are good, but the variants of enemies. I like the whole parry mechanic, made it interesting. And if you mastered it, you got like that a competitive edge. I don't like the fact that they just added a bunch of sliders in the game. Like, I understand that that's like a hallmark to like Doom shooters, but I feel like gaming has evolved, and if anything, that's something you should unlock after beating the game for the first time. And I like how all of the difficulties were available. Like, there's this idea that you had to lock difficulties behind beating the game, and this was like 2013, 2014, 2015, and it's like, well, I mean, some people want difficulty. Like, people are going to play the game, are going to play it regardless of the difficulty and the challenge, because the challenge just makes the game more fun. But, I mean, we've evolved to where, you can just, depending on the choices you make or how you chose to fight, that can determine the difficulty of the game, as opposed to just arbitrary settings, arbitrary sliders. I'm just a proponent of that not really needing to happen. I mean, I don't bag older games. Like, I'm not going to bag Halo for having them. I'm not going to bag any other game, you know, pre, Black Myth Wukong or pre Elden Ring for having them. But once games like those comes out, and like Souls likes and Souls inspired games as a whole come out, like, you'll see a lot of people, and I get it, they're their own genre, but I feel like how they implement difficulty and tools into your kit, like, I just feel like that's just the pinnacle of gaming, of game design, as opposed to just arbitrary sliders and numbers and movers. I mean, statistics. But anyway, absolutely like this game. If I was to give it an arbitrary numerical value, I'd say a 9. Yeah, a 9 out of 10. Like, that last open world, well, pseudo open world, I was like, nope, I don't care to do it. Don't care for the characters. I'm also like running off 2 hours of sleep. I'm like, I'm gonna finish this fucking game. And I did. So, much likey. And I'll have the other videos like on YouTube put up, because I had a community guideline strike for a short that's not for children, but they're treating people like children regardless. So I'll have to upload those later. But anyway, 'tis been real, 'tis been fun. Y'all have fun. Peace.